Good morning, friends and family of YouTube. It's Travis again, and today I'm going to be hiking up to Avent Cabin. But before we get started, let me give you some directions on how to get here. Now, these are a little tricky, so you'll want to pay attention, but those are coming up right now. If you're driving from the Maryville-Alcoa area, you'll pass through the city of Townsend. When you come up to the Townsend Y, you're going to make a left like you're going towards Gatlinburg. From the Townsend Y to this point, it's about a 20-minute drive, but you'll turn right here going towards the Elkmont area. And if you'll notice, that 20 minutes, the sun has definitely started to rise a lot better than when I first started filming. So that's the difference in daylight changes very quickly here early in the morning. That's why I try to get up here at sunrise. All right, so when you reach this point, you want to make a left here. The signs say Elkmont Nature Trail, Little River Trail, and Jake's Creek Trail. If you go straight ahead, that's where you check in to go to the Elkmont Campground. So the Elkmont Nature Trail is there on your left. And this is the parking area for the Little River Trail, which is an awesome one to do if you're here in the area. But we're going to go on up ahead here to where we need to park to go to Jake's Creek. Alright, so the entrance to the trail is directly in front, but we're going to pull over here into this parking area. So let's just find a place. I'm going to go ahead and work my way all the way around, and we'll get situated here. So I'm just pull up here and find a place to park, and then we'll get started. All right, welcome back. So as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be hiking up to Avent Cabin today. It is located in the Elkmont area. So there are some cabins down there that are open to the public that you can check out if you're here, which I would definitely recommend. It's kind of a cool site. And on the main part of the trail, you'll see a lot of the old foundations and chimneys of some of the cabins that burnt down. It's right there next to the water, which I always think that's a cool site to check out while you're on this trail. But anyway, but up here to Avent Cabin, we'll be taking Jake's Creek Trail. It's about 2.6 miles round trip. Take maybe, I don't know, hour and a half or so. A lot of people don't know about this cabin because it's not marked. There's no signage up here, but I'll show you where it's at. And it is on the All Trails app, so just look up Avent Cabin from Jake's Creek and you'll be able to find it. But the last time I did this hike, I was using the old GoPro 5. Went into the cabin, been filming all that morning, no issues. Got into one section and the GoPro kept turning off. Like, it filmed for about 3 seconds and it would just kick off. Did that like 5 times. Finally, on the 6th time, I got my filming done, whatever, didn't think anything about it. Got home, published the video like normal, and I had a couple people make some comments on it, said, hey, you know that cabin's haunted, right? I didn't know that. So I looked online, I can't find anything official about it being haunted. But with those 2 comments, and I've talked to some other people that have been up here before, and they've heard some strange things. So anyway, we're gonna go up here and check it out, and I'll let you guys be the ones to decide whether you think it's haunted or not. So I honestly don't know, but let's go up here and look at it. All right, before we go too much farther, I want to stop and see this. This is the David Chapman cabin, and this has been closed the last couple of times I've been up here due to construction. They had caution tape around it, and you couldn't get in. But now it definitely looks like it is open. And I've never been in this one, so let's go in here real quick and check this out. And it will be dark, and yes, I do have a flashlight, but I'm not getting it out of my backpack just for this. I typically use it for cave exploration. But anyway, little sink area, back porch. with a great view of the water down here. Let's see if I can pan down there where you can see it. Some of the fallen trees have kind of blocked that, but let's go back in here real quick. Looked like there was an upstairs, so we gotta go check that out. Oh, there's another couple rooms back here I didn't see. Alright, so another little bedroom. Did have a bathroom. They've got these blocked off just for the fact that I think people that were hiking up through here thought that they were like still functional, so they had to block them off so people wouldn't be using those. There is a public restroom though down there next to the parking area. And there's under the stairs. You can't see that, it's too dark. Just looks like some extra storage. So let's go upstairs here. Okay, so this one had a second bathroom up here, which is pretty cool. I don't know if we've got access to this or not. Let's see if this door opens. It doesn't look like it. That little balcony area. So here's another little room. And here's the second one. Bedroom. So yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Stay up here. Anyway, I know that extends the video a little bit, but like I said, this thing's been closed the last couple of times I've been up here. Oh, I passed up the steps. Let's go back down. All right, so when you get to this fork in the road, which is probably less than a half mile, even that much, Jake's Creek, we're gonna go here to the left. That is a trail that goes up and circles and comes back around. I've got a video on that also. So if you want to check that out, I may try to link it here to the end of this one, and so you can go look at it. Nothing super exciting up there, but it is kind of neat to know where things are at. And if you'll notice, like, it's probably not going to show up great on the GoPro yet, because I've got the video settings where I've slowed down the shutter speed to allow more light in because it's still kind of dark. But we hit peak fall colors last weekend, and there's still some around, but as you can see, most of the leaves have already started to fall off the trees. So I mean, in just a matter of a few days, fall was here and then it was gone. So but anyway, let's head on up here and I'll show you where this cabin's at. And I will warn you, this first part of the trail, this incline, it doesn't look like much on the video, but it'll definitely test your cardio right off the bat. So just pace yourself and you'll be fine. And like I said, this incline actually doesn't last that long, but luckily the whole trail's not like this. But this first part is a little steep, so once you get past that you'll be fine. All right, so I haven't been hiking long distance much here lately, and I can feel it. But if you've made it to this point, the worst is over with. So at this intersection, you'll see a sign for Cucumber Gap that goes off in that direction. I do have a video on that as well, but we want to continue straight. And I don't know if you can see them or not, but there's some turkeys up here. And these guys always give me some attitude, so I'll leave the video filming in case they decide to do something funny or try to puff up and attack me, but we'll find out. Maybe they'll be scared of me and they'll just take off. Guys are brave being this close to Thanksgiving. Yep, they're giving me the evil eye, but that's all right. So just right up from that that last intersection with Cucumber Gap, I mean, you're going to walk another maybe 100 feet or so, and you're going to come up to this next intersection. And this is Meg's Mountain Trail. And I've done this one also. So if you want to see that video, you can look it up. I think a lot of these were done on the old GoPro 5, so I'll probably have to go back and hike these again at some point. But anyway, Meg's Mountain goes off in that direction. But we're going to continue on the Jake's Creek Trail, which is to the left here. And I apologize for some of the jerkiness here in the video. I'm using the gimbal again. It typically gives it an overall smoother view, but sometimes it gets caught up a little bit looking one direction, and when I turn around go the other direction, it jerks back around. So anyway, apologize for that, but hopefully overall the video will look much better. All right, so I'm trying to give you some landmarks here, but you're going to pass this set of big rocks, and then you're going to come up here and you're going to see this trail that veers off to the right. And I've mistakenly taken this in the past. A little difficult to see right now with all the leaves, but hopefully that you can see it down through there. Let me try to zoom back up here real quick. But that trail actually just leads down to the river. So, I mean, if you want to go down there, that's fine, but don't go down there expecting that that's where the cabin is, because we got to go up here a little bit farther to get to that particular trail that leads us over to Avent Cabin. All right, so one advantage when the leaves start to fall off, you can actually see the cabin off in the background. Let's see if I can point to it right there. So when the leaves are on, you had no idea that it's even here. So we're getting close. All right, so this is not much of a landmark, but you see this one tree right here that is leaning, going across the trail? That's what I typically use to remind myself to start looking for this one. And as you get up here, let's see if I can, you're gonna see the trail. It's hard to see right now in the leaves, but there are some wooden steps right here. So we're gonna take that and go down. When I get down there, I'll turn around and show you what those steps look like. But it's extremely difficult to see right now with all the leaves on the ground. So just trying to give you an idea what this looks like. All right, so let's head this way. All right, so hopefully you can see that. So there is a set of wooden steps. So make sure you look for those, because that'll be the clue that you are on the right path. And then we'll head down here because there is a water crossing. All right, so one of these wooden bridges that I just absolutely love for some reason. So you do get to go across one of these. Probably one of the longer wooden bridges that's like this that you have to go across. And I'll be honest with you, this was looking a little shaky. And the last time I hiked this, there was a hole right down here. Let's see if I can, that hole is still there. And there were yellow jackets flying out of it. So that was a fun trip. Luckily I didn't get stung. Anyway, that's what this looks like upstream. And then we'll turn around here, let you see what it looks like downstream. All right, we'll continue on over here though. All right, so here we are. Avent Cabin. Right up here. Hopefully we're the first ones up here, but I'm not sure because there were several cars down in the parking area. But we'll find out. All right, so there's the front of the cabin. There's a little room where I had issues with my GoPro last time. So let me do this. I'll go all the way around so you guys can see what this looks like. There's a little area up there, rock bench that you could rest on. Not going to be very comfortable, but hey, it's something. So we'll come back around here to the side. So that's where we came in, down here. And as you come up, you can get a glimpse of the cabin. Had a big window in it. Come around here to the front. This is actually the door entrance. And they do put a rock here at night to keep the animals out. So when I leave, I'll make sure I put that back. And then there's another entrance here. And they've got a rock in front of that door as well, but I'll go in through the main entrance. So let's go in here and see what's going on. All right, here we are inside. And hopefully there's enough light where you can see that. This one is lit up a little bit more, thank goodness, because of the windows. And then there's some old bed springs. Don't look very comfortable, but it's better than sleeping on the floor. And then here's a view outside. And there's the door. We'll go out that in just a second. But there is an upstairs here. Let me go up here and show you this real quick. I always think this is kind of cool. Ooh, I hope these steps hold. I put on a few pounds, so we'll see if this holds up. All right, so there's an old bucket, which is not of this time period, but anyway. So they had an upstairs, overlooked the rafters downstairs. My assumption is they probably left that side open so when they had the fire, the heat would come up here, and so that wouldn't block it off, and you could stay warm up here as well. So anyway, that's pretty cool that you can get up here. A lot of the cabins, they've kind of got blocked off now so that you can't get up there and look. So here's some of the stuff that people have found, it looks like. Old lighting and an old pan. There's an A on that grate for Avent Cabin, I would assume. So let's go through here. That used to be a door. I think, let's see if we can get out this one. This might actually, oh yeah, let's do this one. Nope. The floor is bowed, so that's not gonna work. So we'll go through the other entrance over here. There's another rock we gotta get through here. So that's where we came up. And then here is the front porch. And this is the room that gave me some issues with my GoPro last time. So we'll see if we have any this time. My guess is since I'm recording it and we're trying to find something, it won't do anything. But let's go in here and look. So they do have a lot of information here about the history itself. I won't go through all that. You can look that up. But the lady that lived here, she was an artist, a local artist, and she came up here and did a lot of painting. Just a small room. Looks like they added this on. This would have been like, you know, their little kitchen area, sink area. They did have an old stove here. Let me pan down where you can see that. So that would have been operational at some point. But and there's the other door that goes outside. I'm not going to mess with opening that. But like I said, this is the room where I had some issues with the old GoPro. Not having any now. I didn't figure that I would, but like I said, I've talked to some other people who've been up here. They've heard some strange noises while being here in the cabin. I have not heard anything just other than that where my GoPro kept shutting off for like 5 or 6 times straight. I just wrote it off as just like a technical glitch with the old GoPro, but I got the GoPro 12 right now, and it seems to be running fine. But anyway, there you have it, Avent Cabin. Alright, so that was Avent Cabin. It's about 2.6 miles round trip, take about an hour and a half. You do have some incline there at the very beginning, but most of the trail's fairly easy. You do have the one log bridge that you have to go across to get across the river here to get up to the cabin. And then the cabin itself is absolutely beautiful. So if you're in the area, I would highly recommend this one. It's a nice short hike, a lot of scenic views, and then you get to see the cabin itself. Now, as far as it being haunted, I can't say one way or the other. You know, except for that experience I had the last time I was up here where my GoPro 5 kept shutting off about every 3 seconds. I did that about 5 or 6 times, and then finally I was able to, you know, finish recording. I didn't think anything about it until I had a couple people in the comments mention to me that that they thought that it was haunted. I've talked to a couple other people since then, and they've said that they've heard some things up here, you know, like creaking or noises, which, you know, just didn't make any sense. But me personally, I don't really know. So I'll let you make up your own mind on that. And if you're in the area, you know, come up here and visit and let me know what you think. So hopefully you enjoyed the video and the hike. If you did, please hit the like button. I'd also go ahead and ask that you hit the subscribe button. Doesn't cost anything. It'll just give you a notification the next time I publish another video. But until next time, just keep walking.